Welcome to episode 27 of Dad's Rank Things. I'm Jones.
I'm Tyler.
And it's almost Valentine's Day, and we've yet to do a Valentine's-specific episode, so we wanted to get into it this year.
That does not surprise me that we haven't done that yet.
So all three of our lists this episode are related to Valentine's Day. We'll start off with romantic comedies, which I will preference by I hate romantic comedies. It's one of my least favorite genres of movies.
Well, here's why I think it is laid upon us that way. Every single time my wife says, "Hey, let's watch a movie."
Right.
That's it. Okay, what do you want to watch? Rom-com, comedy, rom-com, comedy, rom-com.
Right.
In an adult male's life, he's never subjected to the greatest movies of all time. We really have to go out on our own and watch those because our wives just don't want to watch them. So it's embedded in us not to like rom-coms.
But for Valentine's Day, you can sacrifice. So that's what Tyler
One day,
we
whatever.
hope to give you a
Screw
little
it.
guidance of what you could sacrifice, but still have fun watching, because we're going to tell you our top 3 favorite rom-coms of all time.
right.
I'll start with my number 3 is a more recent one within the past 6 months is Destination Wedding. So Keanu Reeves is the star in this one, and he is a god in my mind, so he can do no wrong. And even though the devil herself is in this, Winona Ryder, it's still really, really funny. And it has a heart too, so it's a dark comedy, but it tells the real life story of how two people fell in love, and they're both like really pessimistic people. So this thing is like true to life of how people would fall in love, not glamorous as most rom-coms are. So that's the reason why I like it.
I've never heard of this movie.
Destination Wedding. Oh, you got to check it out.
Now I'm going to.
Do you like Keanu Reeves?
I you know what? I do. I
Okay.
don't mind him. I don't like 20 matrices.
Yeah.
I had to say it right.
Matrios.
Yeah. But I do like him.
John Wicks. I mean,
I
he's
can't
everywhere
help it.
nowadays. Toy Story 4.
I can't help it. For me, it was The Replacements is good football flick. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Right on.
So I'm a fan. What the hell can I say? Mine isn't as recent for my first one. My first one is 50 First Dates.
Yeah, I thought about that
Adam
one.
Sandler. I grew up loving his movies. Kind of emulating the way that he said funny things. I copied everything that he did. Drew Barrymore, classic. You gotta love Drew Barrymore.
I actually hate
Gotta
Drew
love her. Classic actress. 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Sean Astin wears a thong the whole movie.
Great.
So that's great. But I just love the plot. He's a guy that can't find a chick that he really would ever settle down for and fall for, and then he gets the person who's mind is erased after each day, so he gets to have a cool life, reliving the first date forever. So it's an interesting concept, and I like it. It is a chick flick. In a way.
Yeah, it's on the sappier side of Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah,
but
they got
still.
the guys because they got a goofy Adam Sandler, but they got
Right.
the girls but a lot of his movies are kind of like that.
Right.
If you think about it, it's always about him trying to get a hot chick that is way out of his league.
It's true. Happy Gilmore's kind of like a rom-com if you think about it.
In fact, in an interview recently, it was on Saturday Night Live. Adam Sandler was ripping on Seth Rogen in the movie Long Shot.
Right.
Because it's like, well, he ripped on himself, really. Because he said, all he did was steal my idea of an ugly guy getting with a hot
girl.
chick.
Yeah.
So, but I get it. That's if I was him, that's what I would do probably. Can we get her for our movie? Number 2 for me is a movie called What Happens in Vegas.
Okay.
And this is with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz. And then what I think is one of the more underrated comedic actors of our time, Rob Corddry. I think he's hilarious. Loved him on Ballers. And then Lake Bell, who I think is sexy. But What Happens in Vegas... Cameron Diaz is okay.
I don't like her. Another one. You got top 2 right here of my most hated actresses.
Actress-wise for her, I'm indifferent on her, but looks, yes. But What Happens in Vegas, if you haven't seen it, I don't know if it's real popular. 2008 is when it came out, so it's been a while. But
is it like the downtrend of Ashton Kutcher too? Because he had a hot
it was like
peak
the last
for
one.
a while, yeah, and then he kind of
disappeared after that one. So maybe I like the worst movie ever. I don't know. So play that one for your wives and see what they think.
Why do you like it, by the way?
The sarcasm. It's filled with sarcasm and more. It's a rom-com that's filled with hate. And that made better humor, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
They had a night in Vegas, they got crazy, they got married, they won a bunch of money together, and then they got to live so long together to be able to have the money, so it's mostly a spiteful movie. So that's why I like it.
My number 2 is another love-hate relationship, and that's Knocked Up. So it was Seth Rogen's breakout role. And again, it shows kind of like a real life experience of a guy and a girl falling in love through some crazy cockamamie experience that they had together. It's easy to classify, I think, as a guy film, but girls would like it because there is that love story, and of course there's a baby involved. Little did you know that the word fuck, how many times do you think it's said in that movie?
Oh, this is good trivia. I don't. 87.
120 times
Woo!
the word fuck is said in this movie. Woo. So you can't watch it with the kids around, but tell your lady friends it's funny. It is funny.
I like it. It's funny. Yeah, I think, and if you, those of you questioning, if you Google rom-coms, this is on a lot of official lists.
Right. It's a dirty rom-com.
It is.
But still there.
It's dirty. So
if people classify Bridesmaids as a rom-com, you can classify Knocked Up as a rom-com for sure.
Yeah, I still don't know if I agree with the Bridesmaids one.
Yeah,
but,
it's odd.
Yeah, I think it's a comedy. I think there's a difference between a rom-com
Right.
and a comedy.
Right.
I think that's more of a comedy.
Yeah, I think the whole comedy has to be focused on the romantic experience that the main characters are having.
Yeah, I agree.
So, Knocked Up classifies. I'm going to throw it in there. Another one that kind of teeters on that edge is Groundhog Day. A lot of it's focused on, of course, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Bill Murray movie, and period. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like Ghostbusters. I don't really like...
What about Bob?
It's okay, but still, I think Groundhog Day for me is really focused on that relationship that he has in trying to woo the woman. Not only get out of Groundhog Day, but woo the woman, of course.
But you almost consider are you admitting that you're saying this is a comedy or is it a rom-com?
It's a rom-com because
Okay.
it's focused on that relationship. Of course,
Okay.
that's how he gets out of
Okay.
Groundhog Day.
To be
so it's a focus
for
of the
the
whole
woman,
movie,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it's one of those movies that I have to watch every time that it comes on too. I can't just stop. I have to watch the entire thing whenever I see it on TV. Little did you know, also fun fact: a family of groundhogs was raised specifically for this production, and the groundhog that he's holding bit him 3 times during shooting. His name was Scooter. Scooter Groundhog bit Bill
Oh, you
Murray
went
3 times.
deep on the research. That's good.
So he was dedicated towards the craft too. So I appreciate the performance that he put on in that movie.
I like it. You know, I probably first watched that movie in like 2010.
Really? It took you
serious.
that long to get
Yeah.
around to watching it, huh?
And I liked it.
I always liked him because he was a weatherman in the movie, and I have
liked it.
a special appreciation for weathermen in my life.
My number one is a true rom-com. There's no way around it, and the name of the movie is definitely Maybe.
Yeah, boy.
And it is as rom-com
as romantic
as
they come.
you can get. But I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan, and he's able to grip me the whole time. Good storyteller. The female characters in it are pretty good. Rachel Weisz, Elizabeth Banks, Isla Fisher. Like, he's got good love interests that. And the way that the movie's set up, it flows well. Him telling his daughter the stories of failed past love and then who he ended up with, obviously. But it's written very, very well to keep attention and interest, and the acting is very good. So would I solidify it? I've seen it a lot of times. Definitely Maybe. My number one, definite rom-com. But on our Facebook page, we asked you, and so far, we feel like you guys have stuck very well to rom-coms and haven't strayed into comedy or anything like that, and have given us some really good answers. So keep those coming, and maybe we'll take a look at those.
Post 'em.